A quick shout out to Squarespace for helping me out and sponsoring this video. Thanks guys. Squarespace allows you to create beautiful websites, and using this special URL below, you'll get 10% off your first purchase. So I'm back at the airport and I'm about to jump on the direct service with Sri Lankan Airlines from Melbourne through to Colombo. I'm looking forward to this one. I've never flown Sri Lankan Airlines before. They do have two types of business class, an old and the new. This aircraft on this day is their older business class, so we'll get to experience that. They have just announced that from the late October 2018, the new service will be operating on this Melbourne route, so I'll have to give that a go next time. In the meantime, any flight in business class is a good one, so join me and we'll do it together. I got through security and immigration just in time to see my ride come in. Today's flight will be on an Airbus A330-200 series. This one was delivered way back in October 1999. Sri Lankan uses the Qantas Lounges in Melbourne, so I went to check out the Qantas Business Class lounge first. It's large and functional, but being downstairs has no natural light or views. There were plenty of food and seating options though. Qantas Platinum and One World Emerald frequent flyers can also use the Qantas First Class lounge. This one takes it up a notch with great views over the airport, nicer seating and a la carte dining. Got to start a flight to Champagne. Thank you. Cheers. Here's to a great flight.
Fasten your seatbelt. Insert the metal.
The business class cabin on this aircraft is laid out in a 2-2-2 configuration across 3 rows, giving 18 seats in total. Sri Lankan Airlines is an airlines of contrast with some excellent elements and some that were not so great, like the seats. Older seats are normally well worn, soft and comfortable. These were the opposite, very hard and therefore not very comfortable. The massage function did help to alleviate the back pain, but my preference would be not to get the back pain in the first place. In terms of legroom, they were excellent and the seats were also very easy to adjust. Interestingly though, as you recline the seat back, the whole seat rises up. It feels like you're in a dentist chair and you feel somewhat on show within the cabin, which is a bit weird. The leg rest and headrest were both adjustable and comfortable. The seat came with universal power and a USB port. There were also spots for your water bottle, shoes and amenities kit. One last bit that I couldn't understand is that the tray table could tip towards you if you leant on it too much. This is the first time I've ever seen this and I made sure not to lean on it while having my dinner. In contrast to the seats, the service was excellent. In business class, Sri Lankan Airlines provides dining on demand. This means you choose when you want to eat rather than having set meal times. Dining on demand normally only happens in first class, and the only other airlines that I know that offer this in business class are Qatar and Etihad. It's a small thing, but it makes a massive difference on long-haul flights. Once airborne, service started with a drink from the bar. As usual, I went with a gin and tonic. And here too, Sri Lankan Airlines stands above the rest. They served Colombo gin, but instead of serving bog standard Schweppes, they served it with a much better quality Fever Tree tonic. Again, it's a small thing, but it shows that they take this drink seriously. My G&T was served with warm salted cashews. Taking advantage of the on-demand dining, I delayed my evening meal to get me closer to the Sri Lankan time zone. So, instead, I enjoyed a cup of Sri Lankan tea from the tea trolley, together with a Cointreau. Before I show you dinner, I need to show you something else. About an hour after leaving Melbourne, we flew over the Coorong south of Adelaide. Believe it or not, that small gap is the mouth of the largest river in Australia, the Murray-Darling River. This is why South Australians make such a fuss about how much water is used upstream. Okay, so let's eat. Here's my dinner, all served on Sri Lankan Noritake fine bone china. For entree, I went with assorted seafood, which was excellent. For the main course, I chose the vegetable jalfrezi. It too was excellent and full of flavour. I accompanied this with a lovely glass of Argentinian red. After all of this, I had no room for dessert or cheese. When it came to amenities, Sri Lankan again punched above its weight. Whilst there were sadly no PJs, they did provide slippers, socks, an eye mask and a very well stocked amenities kit. I particularly liked the fact that antiseptic hand gel was included in the kit. More airlines should do this. I tried not to sleep too much on this flight in order to get into the Sri Lankan time zone and avoid jet lag. However, I did have a couple of hours nap. As expected, the seat converts into a fully flat bed with a large pillow and blanket provided. On the return flight, I attempted to sleep most of the flight, but I found the bed very lumpy and rather uncomfortable. Bring on the new business class seats on this route is all I can say. The in-flight entertainment system was pretty good. It is controlled using a weird little remote and a toggle type mouse, but once you're used to it, it worked well. There were lots of music and movie options, including heaps of Bollywood. Whilst I was tempted to go Bollywood, I instead opted for the business travel show. This aircraft was not Wi-Fi enabled.
Whilst this might be a slightly older aircraft, the service on board is absolutely first class. And that is all thanks to Ahimsa and the wonderful crew here on board Sri Lankan Airlines. They really make the difference. They've been fantastic. Thank you very much.
Before landing, a light supper was served. I went with the prawns. This meal was not quite as tasty as dinner, but still managed to hit the spot. Overall, I was impressed with Sri Lankan Airlines. Despite the obvious limitations of an older aircraft and hard product, their service and soft product, including amenities, drinks and meals, were excellent. And I certainly look forward to trying out their new 121 business class on my next trip to Sri Lanka. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please feel free to do so, as there are lots more reviews on the way. In the meantime, as always, happy travels. Squarespace allows you to make your next move by creating your own beautiful looking website. Using Squarespace's all-in-one platform and award-winning design templates, the whole process is very easy, with nothing to install, patch or upgrade ever. Plus, you'll have Squarespace's 24/7 customer support with you every step of the way. Squarespace is suitable for all types of websites, and as part of this sponsorship, Squarespace are giving my viewers a free trial plus 10% off your first purchase. Just use squarespace.com/DennisBunnick to get started and make your next move.